And you're sitting here thinking that every time a woman goes through something, it's her fault. Let's stop that. Hold the accountability scale even on both ends.
I'm holding the woman that's dragging her family business to the fire. The man is not online talking to everybody about what his ex-wife did to him.
My kids don't need their father in their life. If the quality of your happiness as a single mother is tested on a constant basis, can you make the decision that the children do not really need him around? If the way that he treats you is detrimental to your mental and emotional health, do you have to make that decision? I was married to my children's father, and I had been with him since I was 12 years old. After making the decision to divorce my ex-husband, he was very emotionally and mentally abusive to me.
We don't have any context because we can't get his side of the story. And number three, you never under any circumstance keep, unless the father is just like a dope fiend or something like that. Under no circumstances do you keep this child from their father, because if you've been with this guy since he was 12 years old, then that means that you was with him through marriage, you had children with him. She looks like she's every bit of 30 or above. That means that you've known this guy and he didn't just turn a specific way or anything like that. I'm wondering what contribution into this negative situation that she's making in order to create a toxic environment so that she can then punish the children by removing them from their father's lives. Children need their fathers. These kids need their fathers. And one of the things that y'all got to understand, that it's not about you.
Well, here we go. Do these children need their fathers? Can these women raise these kids on their own, or do they need a man in the house, Tyranny? Huh?
We need a man, not someone trying to figure out how to be one. So if you are being detrimental to my children, whether it's to them directly or indirectly, then they need to be removed from your presence. Just like if I was a bad mother, if I am being harmful to my children, I need to be removed from them until I can get my life.
This woman on the screen says she's been with her husband since they were 12 years old. They have children. And I mean, where's the excuse now?
Where's the excuse? I mean, what have they been through? Ain't no telling what she's had to deal with. Ain't no telling. I mean, you guys want.
Well, is it worth it though? Is it worth it to put the children through that?
It's actually, I've heard so many more children say that they rather their mom left than stayed, because you're abusing me. This is trauma as a child that I'm going through, to see you and daddy always fussing and fighting, to see daddy rarely ever here or drunk in front of me all the time. Or on drugs.
Let me ask you this. Is that on that woman to pick a better man to have children with?
She will. She has to leave first.
No, before, I'm talking about initially. I mean,
I told you, you don't know someone unless you have responsibility with them. You can be the perfect man for 5 years of us dating, and as soon as I have your baby, you change. You change. You're not ready for that responsibility.
So there was no signs. There was no signs.
What? He paid his rent on time. He paid his.
No, there was no signs of him being this bad
a horrible father. You can't know someone you don't
know.
No,
there's a difference between a horrible father and a horrible husband, quote unquote.
Absolutely.
So y'all don't know how to draw the difference. Y'all think because a man don't treat you good, he treat his children wonderful.
I know how to draw the difference, but I feel like a lot of men, y'all think you're a good man, a good father because you have a job. That doesn't make you a good father. You know, you have to.
I'm one of those people that believe if you treat me like crap, then you treat the kids like crap.
Absolutely,
you're one and the same. You cannot come over here and beat the shit out of me and then treat the
kids.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said just because he treats me like.
Is this camera on me? Yes, it's on. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
You said because he treat me like crap and he treat the kids good, that makes him a good. No,
where did you get beat on in that? No. Where'd you get DV? Where'd that come from?
Wait a minute. Sometimes you can treat people emotionally very badly, and still be just like them getting physically beat.
No,
physically harmed.
No.
Verbal
Okay?
abuse is
Verbal abuse is almost
No,
as
you
bad as
cannot go.
physical
You
abuse.
can't go to
Can I tell
jail for verbal abuse.
No, but verbal abuse can be just as bad as physical abuse.
I'm right.
You verbally abusing me, you calling me all kinds of names every day, all day in front of the kids. That don't make you no good father.
Absolutely.
That ain't no good father.
So it should
No.
go vice versa. So if the woman, and we over the point of believing all women. So if the woman is terrible to the man, does that mean she's a bad mother?
If
No,
she calling them,
she
she
can
calling
never
them
be
this,
a
that, and the
bad
other in front of
mother,
the
Mr.
kids.
Walker.
No, she's not a good woman. She's not a good woman.
correct.
But no one's going to hold her accountable for when she's a bad mother.
Yeah.
She can
Yeah,
be
but
a
that's
bad
not what we're
mother.
talking. We're not talking about holding
She can be
somebody
a bad
accountable.
mother, and the father could never take his kids away from her for being a bad mother.
That's not true. In 2024, fathers are taking their kids from their mothers. Absolutely. So you guys, if you guys are dealing with a bad mother, if you guys are dealing with a bad mother, take her to court.
Right.
Nobody's telling you to keep a kid underneath a bad woman.
Right.
That's detrimental.
Yes, but I'm saying if you're an abusive person and you're calling the father names in front of the kid and you're calling the mother names in front of the kid, that makes you a horrible person, man or woman.
That's not true. Real quick, shout out to my guy Angry Man. He had a guy on his channel like 2 days ago. This brother had a kid by a woman, and she was abusing this child physically. She went to jail or something. He got custody of his kids. She got out of jail, and they took the kids off of him and gave them back to her, put them back in an abusive situation. So that's not true, Tierney.
I mean, they might have found, she might have went to classes. She might have cleaned herself up. I mean, it's not like, under the same situation. They just gave her back the kid. I'm pretty sure she had to show herself.
But we're not saying that doesn't happen. I'm saying that makes her a shitty. That makes her a crappy mother. That just like it makes a man a crappy man and a crappy father when he's calling the mother names in front of the kids.
Yeah.
It's doing that in front of the kids.
We acknowledge that.
We
tell women to choose better because that didn't happen overnight.
He need to choose better. It's just not the woman having to choose better. The man has to choose better too. His choices are not perfect. He's not perfect. No human being on this planet is perfect. So therefore, when he gets a woman that treats him bad, treats the children bad, he made a bad choice. So men and women need to choose better.
I hear you, HQ, but you know what we say. Who suffers the most? The women and the children suffer the most.
That don't matter. That doesn't matter who suffers the most.
Holy
You're a crappy person regardless of whether you're a crappy person. If you leave me and I'm pregnant, you're still a crappy person because you left me.
Yeah.
Pregnant and alone. You're still a crappy person. Just because I bear the brunt of the responsibility doesn't make me the worst one. It's the person that walked away. That makes him a shitty person.
But what if he walked away for his own sanity, like the women say? What if he left because she was being abusive and she was being nasty and throwing stuff at him, and one thing he could do about it? So he's like, I gotta go. You keep being mean and nasty. What if he left for his sanity?
You just made Tierney's point. Tierney said women walk away because the man. You made the video person's point. The video person said he was emotionally and relationship-wise abusing me, so I had to walk away. Of course, you walk away.
I will never make you guys point in a million years.
The lady on the videotape, you made her point. She said I had to get away from him because he was emotionally abusing me.
You didn't answer. You didn't answer my question. You just started talking.
What?
I said, what if he leaves? Is that okay? First say yes, and then say that.
Yes, if she's emotionally abusing him, yes. Whoever is getting abused,
that makes sense.
I'm saying whoever is getting abused, walk away. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So there's instances where these men, and that's one thing I think we're not observing. These women, they ain't in relationships. Shout out to Dee Dee. She was cooking earlier today. These men and women today, they just start hunching. And it ain't bad hunching, so they just stick with it. Next thing you know, they in a situationship. And my thing is, God ain't never gonna bless no mess like that. So once she get pregnant, it ain't like she's sitting there like, oh, hey, I'm gonna start nesting. Let's get ready for this baby. No, these bone creatures out here, they get violent. They go through those hormonal imbalances from being pregnant. And they ain't like they being pleasant. And they ain't married. Nug, like I'm out the door. Or it ain't even gotta be a nug. Like I said, these women are trying to lock down relationships with their kudacatas, and it ain't never gonna work. And I'm going to say they start abusing the guy, and that's why they leave. Guys don't leave for no reason. They leave for logical reasons.
Yo, what I'm trying to say is, what does any of this got to do? If I hate you, I despise you, I disrespect you, what does that have to do with me being a good father? What did that got to do when I talk to my kid?
Because children love their mother. So if you're abusing someone that they love, that's trauma to them. And then knowing that they can't do nothing about it, absolutely.
We're talking about not in front of them. We're talking about decent, regular human beings. I can't stand you. You're a piece of shit. But why can't I be a good father? Because I don't like you.
You can't be. I can't take away something that my children love so much. I can't take something in front of them that they love so much and start abusing it. That's abusing them indirectly. So let's just say the kids are at school and you're telling me I'm a bitch and I'm all this all day. That's going to drain. I'm not even going to love you. I'm not even going to have that man, I can't wait to do something for your daddy when he gets home.
Who cares? I still love my kid. I still love my kid.
You are being those things.
You are a bitch.
Being those things, and the man is calling you those things. And I mean, so basically, if you don't like what the man has to say to you, it's abusive and it's bad for the children.
And here's my question:
if you're going to disrespect me as a man, you need to walk away, right? Because there's no reason that a father should be a real man ain't gonna disrespect no woman, right? Can we agree with that? A real man ain't gonna call no woman OB. He's not gonna feel like he has to disrespect her, nothing like that, right? So, if you feel like you're with a woman that you have to disrespect in front of your child, you need to leave.
Let me ask y'all this. If a woman brings a child into this world with a no good man, is that child abuse? Like when she know this man ain't gonna be here for the kids and she just want to sleep with him. She out here being reckless with her kudakata and she let this dude knock her up. That is child abuse.
Child abuse. She's abusing the child. She's
by bringing them into the world, knowing this situation. She abused them already.
That's not child abuse.
Yes, it is. That's some of the worst form of it.
That's not child abuse.
Yes, it is. It's prolonged and it's never ending. It's indefinite child abuse.
Wait a minute. I have a baby. I have a baby by Nug Nug, and this baby is the love of my life, and I treat this baby like this. That. So you're saying I'm abusing my child now?
Yes, because the child, he needs both of his parents, so it don't matter what you feel.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all drown.
You know, I was watching a movie earlier where everybody was something bad would happen in their life, and they would blame God and not the devil. Right? I find it weird that you guys always want to blame the woman and not blame the man. You guys aren't holding the man accountable for anything. I've seen some men change their life around the moment they found out they had a baby. He was out there in the streets slanging drugs, doing whatever. But as soon as he knew he had a baby girl or baby boy coming, he stopped it. So y'all want us to give up on y'all, but I don't think us women are designed to give up on you. I think we're designed to stick in there with y'all.
Mr. Walker told you the other week, Tierney, we believe in y'all most. So since we believe in y'all the most, I think it's easier for us to tell y'all to just keep y'all legs closed than to try to wrestle with these men and try to get them to stop. Y'all
believe in us?
Yeah, we believe in y'all so much that we telling y'all to keep y'all legs closed. We don't even want to talk to Nug Nug. We talking to y'all.
Well, y'all already know what I feel about them keeping their legs closed. They're not gonna do it, so we're not gonna preach that. We're not gonna
do it. Holy hell!
No, they're not gonna do that.
Not gonna do it. Holy.
They're not gonna do it. We done had this discussion over millennia. We done had this discussion over millions of years, thousands of years. Women are not gonna close their legs just like men are not gonna close their legs. Only thing you can do is
y'all ain't nice. Y'all suffer. We don't.
As long as we mitigate the risk. Mitigating the risk means not getting pregnant and not catching a disease. That's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing we can do is preach that. That's it. Of course, I want you to stop having sex. Of course, I want you to close your leg. Of course, I want you to do that. Of course. But are you going to do that? No. So stop saying no. Just say, please be careful. Please don't do that.
Tell you what, if y'all got young daughters in the chat, don't tell them that. All right, Holy, what you got, brother?
Oh, real quick, do y'all know 80% of serial killers come from single moms? Do y'all know 75% of people locked up are from single moms?
Where was the
You
father?
don't think that? Hold. Let me finish.
Fatherless children, you mean?
Let me finish.
Fatherless children, you mean?
Let me finish. So you don't think if your baby dad is calling you a B because you might be acting like a B, X, Y, and Z, that it's still important to have him in your child's life to give them a chance? That's all I got to say.
Not all men deserve to be fathers.
You think you're gonna be in my
Not all men deserve to be fathers, and I'll put it like that.
I just gave you the percentage.
Not all women deserve to be mothers.
You gave us the percentage backwards. You're blaming the woman and no accountability for the man. You blame the woman for cooking and cleaning and feeding and bathing and getting that kid ready for school every day, but you're not blaming the father for being absent and having nothing to do with their upbringing. Nothing. So instead of blaming the nurturer, how about you blame the person that's supposed to be leading the household but was gone? Why you don't see it like that?
Sweetie, I just gave you the literal stats.
Yes, 80% of these people without fathers had no fathers, and then they ended up in prison. 80% of these people had no fathers, and they ended up in prison. That's what you're saying.
No, that's what the stats are saying, not me.
Okay. So why do you say the stat? What did you say that? For what?
I said it because I don't care if I'm calling you a B, a light skin, braid head, dirty butt. It doesn't matter. The fact is, if I'm a good father, keep me in my child's life to give them a better chance. That's it.
Question. What makes a...
And I'll say this real quick, Tierney.
Okay.
I want to say, because y'all keep talking about, man, what if these men walking out? We got to quit acting like these women ain't out here alienating men from their children. That is more, it's more women. There are more women alienating children from their fathers than there is fathers that don't want to be in their children's lives.
No, you know why? Because
there is.
No, because Alfredo thinks it's okay to call a woman a bitch. She still better let me see my kids. Sir, that's not the way it works. Welcome to Earth. Is that you disrespect me, you're going to get disrespected. So you want to see your kid, you better watch your mouth.
You disrespecting the kid. You hurting the kid. It's the kid that's suffering.
Abuse. You're abusing children.
Girl, that's too much.
That's child abuse.
Y'all want to call women bitches if you
child abuse.
And you better let me see your kid.
Child abuse. Child abuse. I love it. Today's modern woman says, if you don't do right by me, if we don't work out and we on the outs, I'm gonna hurt our child by keeping you out their life. Then I'm gonna complain that the fathers ain't around. I'm gonna keep on the cycle. Yep.
I'm gonna move 8 hours away to West Virginia from Atlanta, and then I'm gonna be mad at my baby's father because he's not here every weekend to see the baby that we had together at a wedlock. Like,
no, we said calling her a bitch. We didn't say any of that.
She is a bitch for moving 8 hours away from her baby's father after she had a baby out of wedlock. She is a bitch.
A bitch is a female dog. So I don't see any roughs, right?
You know what I'm
these are walking human beings. So you guys are calling them disrespectful words.
It is what it is.
Well, women can be bitches and men can be bitches. And if you're acting like a bitch, you're going to get treated like one.
We're talking about women that hold their children like commodities over the heads of their fathers. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, that happens, and that's wrong.
And it's wrong.
Don't do that, okay? It's wrong. Yes.
Yeah, but we're not going to make it seem as though that's a large part of people are normal everyday parents struggling trying to co-parent out here. That's not a big segment. That's not a big segment of the population. Most of us are doing what we got to do.
Not more. That's incorrect. 70% of melanated women are single moms. 60. We can't say and take that 70%. 70. We can't 60%. Take that and then say the majority of us out here doing the best we can. That 70% nullifies that.
No. I'm saying the 70%. I'm saying the bulk of us are out here raising kids together.
What about the 70? You can't take the bulk.
Wait a minute. I'm saying the bulk of these people are out here who are single parents. They have a partner who is helping them raise their child. The bulk of us are raising our child with a parent, with a single parent. He's single, I'm single, we're raising our child. It's not a big percentage of us out here alienating our children.
That's not normal. That's not normal, hence the results we're getting.
What's not normal? People are just because these people are single and had a single baby or had a child without being married doesn't mean they're single. A lot of these people have partners.
I'm talking about the children. It's not normal to raise these children in these circumstances. That's why they foobar. That's why these boys walk around with poo shiesty masks. The 12-year-old girls are twerking in school. They running up in the Apple store, stealing all the merchandise. This is why.
And I'm telling you, it is true. It is normal. It has been normal since the family has not been getting married. This is normal for most people now. What you see is normal. I say it is that way because families have not been getting married for a long time.
And here's the byproduct of it is your daughter's getting pregnant and twerking and the boys with, shooting and ski masks. These are the single moms raising these children.
Okay, so how about you guys start pushing for stepfathers? Woo!
No. How about
hold on. Wait a minute. Aren't y'all black men?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Are the most involved fathers? What's going on?
I'll let this keep going. Hit the like button, folks.
Keep on talking about how she feel and her mental health. It's about what's best for the kids. When you have children, and this is why I often say that it's much more important and detrimental when you're making a decision to open up your legs and have children with a person than it is to get married with them, because you now have other people in this situation that didn't ask to be here. We know for a fact, statistically, data, all of the above, that children need their fathers, preferably in a two-parent household to where you don't choose to divorce the husband, but more importantly, at the very least, in their children's lives, because it is detrimental to the mental health, to the fact that they're going much more likely to be successful, all of that. And you need to figure out how to work it out with your ex-husband that you filed for divorce from. But we're going to spin it back. We're going to get the full context. We're going to break it down. And then we're going to have a deep conversation based off of what she's volunteering to the general public.
My kids don't need their father in their life.
That's a wild statement just to say right off the bat. That I know we're going to spend the whole block, but that is a crazy statement. That means that you're dealing with a crazy woman by default. For somebody to say, I would never, under any circumstance, and no logical human being is ever going to say, my kids don't need their mother in their life. Absolutely do. 100%. That's crazy.
If the quality of your happiness as a single mother is tested on a constant basis, can you make the decision that
happiness is a state of mind? Come on. Stop. All excuses.
Children do not really need him around.
I'd be stressed
If the way that he treats you is detrimental to your mental and emotional health, do you have to make that decision? I was married to my children's father, and I had been with him since I was 12 years old. After making the decision to divorce my ex-husband, he was very emotionally and mentally abusive to me. I used to make the excuse all the time.
Emotionally abusive to him. So he not doing what you want to do because he stood in his masculinity. And so as a result, you bucked against it. And so now you're deeming it and terming it as abuse. Bull, nonsense, lies.
Like, my kids need their father. They need their father. But at what cost? I used to get so angry, and I used to go into these deep, dark spaces every time I had to deal with him. By the time my kids came home to be with me, I'm depleted emotionally. It even went so far that I would talk badly about my kid's father in front of them.
There is no worse woman on the face of the earth than this prototype of woman. This is Lilith. This is Lilith reincarnated.
What does he do? What is he emotionally doing to her?
Exactly.
What is he emotionally
Y'all
doing
talking
to her?
about she's a bitch, and she just admitted that she went through abuse. That's crazy.
What did he say he was doing to her? She didn't
say, and it didn't say she was happy. She just said that she got to a point. Like, yes, if you're hurting me, I might end up, man. Come on, y'all don't know until you know. So you don't know until you know.
Whenever two people are co-parenting, all right, I had the displeasure of seeing these like booklets. When two parents, they break up, they go to domestics, they do all that nasty child support stuff. They get this booklet, and it has all these rules. And what the number one rule that these parents gotta follow. You know what that number one rule is? It's number one rule, the most important rule. Do what's in the best interest of the child.
Children. Exactly.
Plain and simple.
Exactly.
Do what's in the best. And then there's guidelines. Do not bad talk the other parent in front of the kids. It's extremely detrimental. She just came up here, and the gynocracy is so out of whack. She just came up here and just admitted to acting outside of a court order. I'm pretty sure there's child support and all that. She said, I talk bad in front of the kids. What the frick y'all gonna do about it? Nothing.
Did you not just hear Alfredi say that if she's a bitch and Raquel, she's and I should be able to call her, and you better not take my kids. Okay, but if she's bad-mouthing him, she's the monster. You guys are hypocritical, and I'm so sick of you guys sitting there saying, woman, woman this, woman, woman that, when you're not saying anything about his brother. Why are you disrespecting these kids' mama? Don't you think that son loves his mama, and you think
tyranny.
Hold on, Gavin. Sons will fight their dads for disrespecting their mothers. So y'all better get y'all mouths off these boys' moms if you want to keep a good relationship with your kids.
Listen, here's what I'll say. If this man calls you a B, tyranny, it don't hurt for you to simply call him a B, because you probably call him a B first.
No,
call it what it is. That was retaliation. You call him a B first. He called you one back. Life goes on. You don't got to get the children involved. That's your damn problem.
You get the children involved when you're messing with the gatekeeper, boo. Y'all best to understand your position in life. You don't have your kids, I do. So again,
and listen,
see, guys, this is why you don't have sex with these women. You don't sleep with them with the condom. Don't sleep with them without a condom, because as soon as they get the opportunity to trap you and hold something over your head and be the gatekeeper, they will drag your ass down to the ground.
If your husband went broke, you're leaving.
Getting your license suspended, moving your kid out of state, taking you further and further away from your seed, just so she can be the one to say, I got one over on you. You don't do me any kind of way. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Don't even sleep with women that go through hours.
You're insensitive to women that go through stuff.
No, I'm not insensitive.
That's disingenuous. Stop over-talking me. That's disingenuous to know that women go through shit with these men. And you're sitting here thinking that every time a woman goes through something, it's her fault. Let's stop that. Hold the accountability scale even on both ends.
I'm holding the woman that's dragging her family business to the fire. The man is not online talking to everybody about what his ex-wife did to him. She's online. She's online. Not only is she talking about it, she's talking about it and telling you, Tyranny, that she kept the children away from, or badmouth the children, or badmouth her ex-husband to the children. And you won't even say that's wrong. You're sitting up here saying, well, because she didn't feel good, she has the right to do it. No, it's wrong.
That's not what I said. She said
that is
she
what
was
you say
getting,
pretty much.
I know what I said. She said she was getting to that point. There's been times where my kid's father would tell me he's coming and don't. And then you have to get to a point where you can't say, oh, he's a liar. Oh my gosh, your dad is pissing me off. You got to hold your tongue, even though this man is literally messing up a family unit that you guys can have. But y'all are just so stuck on blaming the woman. What's it called?
Let me say this, Tyranny. Let me say this. You say all that, but you let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. So,
bro, I don't even. I've been debating willing to share this or not. Me calling you a B, Tyranny, not in front of the kid, ain't got nothing to do with the kid. And let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm a victim of the court system where I tried my best to fight for my child, and I didn't get my child. I lost her. She was on mom's side. Mom showed up to court 45 minutes late, lied, didn't bring no paychecks, said what she had, and I still had to pay out. You know what I mean? So I just want to put that out. I didn't want to get in depth if y'all ever watched the Kendra G, because I tried to tell her I'm going to leave that to the side. But I'm a victim of that. I had a full head of hair all the way down my back. I had a whole I had a no. I had a whole stroke on the half side of my face fighting for my kid, and I lost.
You lying, Fred. All men are bad. All men are bad. You
ain't got emotions. You don't have emotions.
Bro.
You don't care,
bro. Look back on my Instagram. You'll see me in a hospital bed, half my face missing, hair falling out. I done did everything I could, man. But I still lost because we don't win in court, and I don't like her mom. But that ain't got nothing to do with me being a dad. Like, let me be a father. I was being if you look back on my Instagram, I was a real life.
Oh, so you was one of those one that was cussing their mom out in the corner.
No.
And just because the kid didn't hear it, you consider yourself a good person.
See, one thing about you,
even though you trash the mama, you trash her.
HQ, am I trashing you? You got braids, you light skinned. I'm stating facts about you, right? Is that trashing you? Am I trashing you? You're light skinned with braids.
I'm saying if you were such the good person or the good man you say you are, why is it that you lost?
No, HQ, that
made no sense, HQ.
No, hold on, HQ, because that court system is a bitch, okay? And I've seen it to
but if you got all your shit in a row, you should be able to get some kind of custody.
Incorrect.
I'm sorry, Freddie. I'm sorry that was your experience.
That went over your head.
My husband went through that too, and we definitely fought and did everything. But you can't win against a baby mama terrorist.
You cannot win.
They will pull so many tricks out just to one up you. And listen, when you want to be a happy man and live healthily, you can't play those games because you will get a stroke and you will die. That's what they know. That's why they put y'all through hell.
Well,
that's
why there are horrible
hold on. It's a new day.
Them niggas is crazy too.
It's all right. It's a new day. It's another flip of the coin. You got brothers out here like Brian McKnight. He said, you know what? The hell with them kids. I'm gonna start me a new family. So
those kids are all grown though. He already raised them. They want to be taken care of as adults. I don't know any other grown man that's 50 plus years old that's going to feel good about taking care of a man that's 35 plus. Men don't do that for each other. Brian McKnight has, 3 kids from his first wife? 2 of those are boys. He said he gave them everything, a college education, cars, clothes, everything, businesses. They messed up. So I don't even feel sorry for them. At least he raised them.
Well, he's getting pushed back for that. So what I'm saying is it's the other side of the coin. Well, men ain't gonna stick around and keep taking this abuse from these women. Like you said, men are held accountable by the court system. He's gonna pay. He's gonna pay his child support. If he don't pay it, he's gonna lose his driver license, his passport. He's gonna go to jail. So at that point, some men just will pay what they got paid, and they're gonna start a new family because he can. So what you got, brother Fred?
No, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what I did. One thing about us, our guns can be loaded at any age, you know, and we can shoot. We can start a whole new family, and it is what it is. But I'm a victim of that. But I don't like to go with my own personal situation. But men ain't gonna win in court. We can fight all we want.
No, men win.
Okay.
Men win in court.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let Gavin and my man talk.
Rarely. We ain't gonna say all because they do the all stuff. Rarely do they win.
They're winning.
When men fight for custody of their children, they usually win, or they win partial custody. If they fight for full custody, it says percentage wise.
Okay.
They fight for custody, they normally get the custody, or they get partial custody.
Okay.
Otherwise, you want the baby mama to stay with the baby mama. If you want the baby to stay with the baby mama, then the baby probably gonna stay with the mama.
In Pennsylvania and probably in other Commonwealth states, if the mom got to show up to the courthouse under the influence of hard narcotics at least twice before you got a shot at 50-50 custody.
So in Texas, men win. And I mean, I know what you're going. I know what you've been through, Mr. Walker. Sorry, Alfredi. You know, when my fiance was fighting for custody with his ratchet ass baby mama, you know, she won, and the judge, a black judge, gave this girl. She didn't believe anything he said. He had facts. He had receipts. and she just went with what the woman said. And I think that's toxic woman code, right? I think you need to separate your feelings on how you feel about men and listen to this case. But please don't think that it's just, you know, toxic ratchet baby mamas, because baby daddies do it too. And I went through the court system last year with my ex-husband. And like you said, they get mad, you're not with them. They get mad, and now I'm gonna do everything I can to hurt you. Take you to court, and because they got money, I don't know what your baby mama had, but they get what they want.
Well, take you to court for what? So they can see their children?
Take you to court because they're mad you're not with them. People are not.
No. Why do we want to? No, man, can't just take you to court. It has to be about the king.
Take you to court because they mad that you're not with them anymore. Okay?
All right, but what grounds do he got to take you to court?
What you mean, what ground? My ground is some women are so
petty.
What grounds
does he have? He can't just take you to court for no reason.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, women are petty that will take you to court just because you're not with them no more. I'm just saying, this is what I've seen.
What I'm saying is most men go to court to see their children. They're being alienated in some form.
Nope. You could be a full-time parent, Gavin, and they could still take you to court, and the judge is going to hear you because it's all about money.
For what?
Oh, they missed one child. So, look, in my guy's situation, she kept the kid from him, but the black judge still gave the woman what she wanted.
No, I'm saying a man. I'm saying what? No.
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. So you saying this woman was alienating him from his kids?
She was keeping the kid from him for 7 months.
So that's why I said typically, you said your ex-husband. I'm saying typically when a man want to take you into court, it is for they want to see their kids. It's just that simple. He ain't taking you for money. He ain't getting no money out of you.
Then he should have chose better.
Support too, baby. These men are petty.
They should have chose better. That's the way I look at it. Choose better. Choose better. Next time that he want to have a baby by somebody, choose better. That's all you gotta do.
But Alfredi, right? You didn't know she was like that, right? Until y'all had that baby, and until she started acting a fool. You didn't think she would ever put you through no stuff like that. Am I wrong? Or you always knew that of her?
Now that's your first fact. That's a fact.
Okay.
I didn't know.
And that's how us women, we didn't know. We didn't know until we.
Now here we go. You didn't know, brother Freddie, but that didn't stop you from having to deal with the madness. So that's why I say whether we know or not, we got bamboozled or not. Yeah, got to choose better on both sides.
Yeah,
men will accept.
I
Look,
took a
look at Fred. Look, see that? He's like, I took a L. I messed up. I probably could have did better. That's accountability. When we say sisters choose better, they like, what about the dude? Here's the dude right here. He like, I'd messed up.
I took an L.
But he didn't know she was like that. Y'all.
It don't matter. It don't matter if he knew or not. It's his L to take. He got to take accountability. And that's what he's doing. It don't matter if he didn't know. That's it. Done and done. Appreciate you. Good respect, brother. Respect.
Accountability. All right. So
what it look like.
Here we go. I'm gonna let this keep going. Hit the like button.
Nice. Like, my kids need their father. They need their father. But at what cost? I used to get so angry, and I used to go into these deep, dark spaces every time I had to deal with him. By the time my kids came home to be with me, I'm depleted emotionally. It even went so far that I would talk badly about my kid's father in front of them.
She's admittedly being narcissistic, toxic, and talking negatively about the children's father. So now somehow that becomes his fault. Think about what she's saying right now. She's admittedly saying that she's killing his reputation to his own children. And somehow, some way, that is his fault that she's talking negatively about him because they don't necessarily want to be with each other anymore, or they don't like each other anymore. But now all of a sudden it's going to become his responsibility because she wants to talk negatively about him to his kids, which is basically damaging the kids. It's not hurting him, it's hurting the kids, which eventually in her mind is probably hurting him. Toxic, bro.
And then I had to make the hardest decision that I really did not want to make.
Crazy.
After sitting and thinking to myself, this is not what I want for me. If I have to continuously allow myself to be damaged in such a way, how much good am I going to be for my kids? And as a single mom, of course, we're looking around to all the women that are around us, whether they're married or maybe they have children and maybe them and their children's father aren't together, but the co-parenting goes well for them. And I never saw myself being a single mom, literally with their father out of the picture.
But you filed for divorce. You filed for divorce. You chose to remove the children from the father's lives. And I'm trying to understand, because I know that this always is going to come back to the men. It's the men fault, men fault. I always know that is how it plays out. But what I'm asking and what I'm questioning is, at what point do you take responsibility for how you chose to operate throughout this thing and get in and decide that you wanted to break up the family and be toxic? And what role do you have in playing nice and ultimately building a great relationship for the children with the father?
I never saw this coming. But when I tell you, I am the happiest I have ever been with him outside of the picture.
So you're the happiest you ever been, but you're the most miserable you ever been. Pick one. Think about what she's saying. She's the happiest that she's ever been, but she's the saddest that she's ever been at the same time when it comes to him.
Are my kids sad about this sometimes? Absolutely. I'm sure they think about it quite often.
But it's about you.
But am I my best self with them? Absolutely. They get a better quality of a mother from me because I'm not being abused. I'm happy. My spiritual relationship with God is amazing. There are a lot of mothers and a lot of single mothers out here that sacrifice the quality of their happiness when it comes to their children.
We always use that word abuse so loosely. I mean, you can literally take anything and then make it out to be what you want it to be.
That part. So if you ain't got no police reports, respectfully, we are not trying to hear it, because as much as you are, you claim to be getting abused, you also abuse that man. Quit acting like we are robots. We don't have feelings. Most men are being abused twice as much in these relationships.
There you go. I ain't never been around none of my associates, friends, and watched or seen them hit no woman or even heard of them. On the other end, I know many men, include myself, that have been hit by a woman. What about that? That don't exist. And it don't matter. Y'all big. Y'all can take the beating.
Well, I'm saying I don't believe that men. I've never seen a man strike a woman, but I don't believe that he has never struck a woman. Same.
Well, listen,
with the woman.
Like Anton said, it can be anything. We're not even talking about physical abuse at this point. I don't think hardly any of these women are being physically abused in 2024. Nope. It's a very small percentage. They're talking about spiritual, financial, you abusing my chakras, all type of stuff.
Well, I'm saying most women are not. I'm saying most women are not leaving relationships just for the hell of it. Period. Women just don't leave for the hell of it. There's something going on in that relationship, regardless of whether she thinks it's comes out of the blue or it doesn't. Something happened in that relationship, and she's just not walking away. You think she want to walk away, and she got kids out here in this world, and they have a father? You think she just want to walk out the door without that father being in their lives? That it would take a something strong to have happened for her to just walk out the door and say, "Oh no, I just don't want him to be involved." Period. He said,
"No, it don't." Well, we got Tierney sitting up here right now. She said it could take something as simple as you calling me a B, and that's it.
That's called verbal abuse.
That's not all right. No, it's not that serious to alienate a man from his kids or sticks and stones.
That's why we know it was something more than that.
Stones may break my bones,
and that's why we know it was more than that.
No, sticks and stones, Tierney. You were taught that in kindergarten.
You can either have a great relationship with your kid's parent, or you can make that shit a living hell. You can do it your way and calling her bees and hoes and think you're gonna get your way, or you can humble yourself and you guys put your pride to the side and raise the kid. So if you already know that calling her a bee is crossing her boundary,
is he doing it unprovoked? Is he unprovoked?
It doesn't matter. So it makes you.
Oh, it don't matter.
Hold on. It's the difference between.
Hold on. You could be sitting here slashing his tires. He could come out and say, "What you doing, B?" And that's
Yeah, if she's slashing your tires, just call the cops. You know how to put your hands on her. That's the difference between a boy and a man, right? A girl and a woman. A boy reacts, but a grown-ass adult knows how to, okay. Sometimes being quiet is the best result, okay? So if you feel like she's acting like a bitch, keep that shit to yourself and take action in another way.
I got it. Hold up. Let me do this, Freddie. So here we go.
Right.
This is, get out y'all notepads. We just got instruction how to deal with raging hyenas that don't have emotional freaking stability. So whenever you're dealing with an emotional hyena woman and she's out bashing your car to bits, do not approach. Do not approach. Do not speak. You shut up. You walk away. You back away quietly. Don't say anything. Don't breathe too loud or you're going to be a weak ninja. Go call the police and lock the door. And I don't know. Try not to get hurt.
Time out. Can I double down on that?
You got it.
So, little sis, Taquisha, what's your name?
Don't do me, Tyrone. Don't do me, Tyrone.
Well, you know who I'm talking about because
okay, the first letter is T. You just call me T, Tyrone.
T, all right, we'll go with
okay.
T. So you mean to tell me because you had my child that I need to shut up and be submissive in order to see my kid? Because that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying if calling her a bitch is going to make her act crazy, don't call her a bitch. That's what I'm saying.
Even if she is.
Even if she is, in your opinion, only a fool speaks out from his own opinion, right? So in your opinion, she's acting like a bitch, okay?
If you're running around.
Granted, she's acting like a to you. What's the best move? Is the best move to choke a bitch out? Or is the best move to find another way around it?
You went extreme, choke her out. No, if you're acting like a bitch and I say, yo, you being a bitch. Mm-hmm. So I can't see my kid.
I don't agree with that. Okay, I've been called.
But that's what you just said.
What I'm saying is, you cannot ask everybody to act moral. Okay, if I am verbally telling you, don't do this, don't do it. I think it's simple. I think it's respect. If your baby mama says stop calling her a bitch, stop doing it. Right?
So you're saying be submissive. Don't call things how you say it. Just say it. Just say you want a man that's going to be
submissive. Word? That's not submission. That's just SPECT. Okay.
Stop talking. Stop talking. See, that's you being. If you stop talking, you're being submissive.
Why are you not understanding what I'm saying?
No, I'm stating facts. If she's telling me not to do something, and I see her being a B, if she's saying don't call her what she's being. That's me being submissive. You say find another way to say it.
If you want to call it submission, okay.
That's what it is. That's what.
But you know that word is incendiary. So you know when you use those kind of words, you already know you're getting a reaction. So if you call a woman a name like a B or a C or a T or a W, you call her any of those names, you know you're trying to be incendiary in that relationship.
So that entitles her to keep my kid away. Okay.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I said. I didn't say that. What I said was you understand what you're saying is inflammable. You already understand that. What I'm saying is in that relationship with this young lady, he did more than call her a B. He did more than that. She implied that he did more than that.
How do you know? You don't know that.
Because she implied that he did more
than that. Also, believe all women. Believe all women. Believe all women.
No, I didn't say that either. But I'd rather believe all women to not believe no women.
That only makes sense. Here we go.
Yes, it do make sense.
Here we go. Here we go.
It makes perfect sense. How you gonna go around not believing any women? And some women, and there's truth in most women. Most women are going to tell you the truth if they're being abused, but you don't believe none of them.
No, they're not.
I'd rather believe all of them than to believe none of them.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Here we go. Let me get these super chats.